So my dear students, today I am going to teach science of class 8, branch is chemistry. It is the first chapter of chemistry, but in your textbook it is chapter number 3. So before starting the lesson, let me help you to recall what you have learned in class 7, which will help you to understand today's topic. So you have learned fiber to fabric in class 7. So you must be familiar with what are fibers. You must be familiar with what are fibers. Then what are clothes made of? What are clothes made of? The third question is, name the types of fiber. Name the types of fibers. So the last question is going to relate to our today's topic, types of fiber. So today's topic is synthetic fibers and plastic. Today's topic is synthetic fibers and plastic. So this is the first chapter of chemistry, synthetic fibers and plastics. But in your textbook it is lesson number 3, synthetic fibers and plastic. So we are going to discuss about synthetic fibers in today's topic, and plastic we will discuss in the next lecture. So let's start with the class, or let's start with the lecture. So when we talk about types of fiber, one is natural fiber and the other one is synthetic fiber. Synthetic fiber. So natural fiber you have learned in class 7. The fibers which are natural fibers are fibers which are obtained from plants or animals. So we are going to discuss about synthetic fibers. Synthetic fiber, the definition of synthetic fiber is, synthetic fibers are those fibers which are made by human beings. Fibers which are made by human beings. That means which are not available naturally. They are made by human beings. So synthetic fibers are those fibers which are made by human beings. So the first topic is what are synthetic fibers? First topic is what are synthetic fibers? Today's first topic is what are synthetic fibers? What are synthetic fibers? So when you look in the textbook, you will find that examples are taken in which pictures are also shown. Examples are taken as necklace. When you look at the necklace, pictures are given, beads are given in your textbook, then pins, paper clips are given in your textbook. Paper clips are given which are joined together. Paper clips which are joined together to make a long chain. Paper clips are joined together to make a long chain, and just below the picture you will find the synthetic fibers is also a chain. Synthetic fiber is also a chain of small units. These small units are chemical substances joined together. Joined together. So synthetic fiber is also a chain of small units joined together. These small units are chemical substances. So combination of small units to form large single unit is called polymer. So here comes the point, polymers. Combination of small units. Combinations of small units. Small units to form a large single unit. Large single unit is called polymer. So synthetic fiber is a polymer. So what is mean by polymer? Polymer. Poly means many and mer means part or unit. So synthetic fibers are polymer, and polymer is the combination of small units to form a large single unit. So the next topic of today's lecture is types of synthetic fiber. Second topic of today's lecture, types of synthetic fiber. Types of synthetic fibers. So in your textbook, 4 types are given. First one is rayon. Second one is nylon. Third one is polyester. And the last one is acrylic. So in your textbook, 4 types are given. The first one is rayon, second one is nylon, third one is polyester, and the last one is acrylic. So we will start with the rayon. So we will start with the rayon. So in class 7 we have learned that silk are obtained from silkworm. Silk are obtained from silkworm and are very costly. Silkworm dogi fangi mumal yamna tang. So scientists came up with a fiber similar to that of silk. Silk ka haifet manaba synthetic fiber ama sare silky mahut sinnaba madu bokhane kai kawi rayon rayon si ajai silky mahut sinnaba maga manaba. Scientists have ni kamaina sai chemical treatment of wood pulp. So rayon is prepared by chemical treatment of wood pulp. Chemical treatment of wood pulp. Chemical treatment of wood pulp. See, wood pulp se lorobani na natural source ni wood pulp city, and the rayon is not considered as fully synthetic, semi-synthetic ni rayon si. Magi properties higher gana rayon ni properties higher gadi cheaper than silk, hongi more silk yung nabamatanda. Then can be dyed machu sanjan be akoy na apamba. Adigi cotton ga pullaga same be bed sheet semi. Adigi wool ga pullaga carpet semi. So these are the properties and uses of rayons. So after rayon, we will move on to nylon. Nylon nasi. This is another synthetic fiber and is prepared from kaidei saimana coil, water and air days have. Machine ihan han. First fully synthetic fiber. Like properties na, they are nylon very strong, elastic weight, very strong, elastic, light yamyangi, lustrous, lungy, and easy to wash. So this is nylon. After nylon, we will move on to the third type of semi-synthetic. There is polyester. We will discuss about polyester. My mummy is poly polyester. Polyester. So it is a repeating unit of ester. Synthetic se akoina polymer ni haigre. Polymer polyester ki matang is the repeating unit si ester no. And the properties of polyesters are they are wrinkle free, suptam, easy to wash. And one more point is given in your textbook, that is PET. PET is a very familiar form of polyester. A familiar form of polyester. It is used for making bottles harvesting. PET की full form the polyethylene terephthalate. Polyethylene terephthalate. PET की full form the polyethylene terephthalate. It is used for making bottles, and it is a very familiar form of polyester. Other than bottle, it is used for making utensils also, wares also. And then the last type of synthetic fiber, that is acrylic. So about acrylic, some sweaters, or all sweaters and shawls are not made of wool. All sweaters and shawls are not made of natural wool. Natural wool is natural mamal tangi and maga manaba. Kaya sa acrylic na sign. There is also another synthetic fiber which resemble wool. All sweaters and shawls are not made of natural wool. Acrylic na sarakaduni. Magi properties na home cheap oil. Then available in a variety of color. Variety of colors. Then after discussing types of synthetic fibers, we will discuss disadvantages. So far we have discussed advantages of synthetic fibers. So now we are going to discuss disadvantage of synthetic fiber. Disadvantage of synthetic fibers. So when we talk about disadvantage, synthetic fibers melt on heating. One of the problem is they melt on heating. So the fabric melts and sticks to the body. Synthetic fiber na saba firol set matanda kari musoida na mai cha agadi, they stick to the body the napsani. So this is the main advantage of synthetic fiber. So we should not wear synthetic clothes while working in the kitchen or lab. Kay mai cha kanda no problem. So if the clothes catches fire, so all the clothes stick to the body, which may result, the results may be disastrous. So we should not wear synthetic clothes while working in the kitchen or in the lab. So the third topic of today's lecture is characteristic of synthetic fibers. Characteristics of synthetic fiber. So what are the characteristics of synthetic fiber? Synthetic fiber dried up easily. So they are used to make umbrella. They dry up easily. Durable. Durable. Then less expensive. Then readily available. Easy to wash. So when you look at your textbook, one activity is there. Just in the third topic of today's lecture, there is an activity in which you will find a synthetic clothes soak less water and dried up quickly. ising chupsanbagi chang si hanthai yam thuna kami. So with this, as I told you in the starting of the lecture, we will discuss only the synthetic fibers. The second topic, that is plastic, will be discussed in the next class. So I'll summarize what we have learned today. So in the beginning of the first topic, we have learned what are synthetic fibers. What are synthetic fibers we have learned. So synthetic fibers are chain of small units joined together. Synthetic fibers are polymer, in short. We have learned types of synthetic fiber. In types synthetic fibers, so we have learned rayon, then nylon, polyester, acrylic we have learned, and how they are made, and properties also we have learned. So the third topic, the last topic of today's lecture, that is characteristics of synthetic fiber. So in the characteristic of synthetic fibers, we have learned that synthetic fibers are durable, readily available, easy to wash, and cheap also we have learned. So after summarizing what we have learned today, the last part is evaluation. So since this is online, you have to evaluate yourself. Evaluation is very important to check whether you have understand the topic or not. So in order to evaluate, please try to find the answer of these questions. Why some fibers are called synthetic? Why some fibers are called synthetic? Question number 2. How is rayon obtained? How is rayon obtained? So I repeat, in order to check whether you have understand the topic or not, you have to evaluate yourself. You can take the reference of textbook also, find the answers of these questions. Why some fibers are called synthetic? Question number 2, how is rayon prepared? How is rayon obtained? So with this I conclude my lecture. So the remaining topic we'll discuss in the next class. Thank you.